Yeah, without any doubt, it feels like with a little bit different energy. I'm fighting for the UFC World Title, which was my dream since I was a kid. But at the same time, I had like the same training camp, like very tough as always, but the most professional training camp I ever had in my life, without any doubt.
Good. At the press conference in December, why didn't you speak English? Why did you use the translator?
So I don't know. Sometimes I feel more comfortable. It depends on how I wake up. Sometimes I just want to speak in Spanish. Sometimes I feel more comfortable in English.
But your English is great. It's perfect.
Thank you very much. I have practicing my English a lot.
Okay. Well, I could tell it's actually gotten better since the first time we met.
Thank you.
When the face-off between you and Alex was tremendous. Could I ask if you remember, what were you guys saying to each other when you were up there? Because there was a lot of talking back and forth.
He always tells me like the same thing. You ready? You ready? Mate, of course I'm ready. I was born ready for this moment. Do you think I'm here by chance? I'm here because I own this place. Because, I don't know, we did the face-off. Then he was calling me. I don't know, he was telling me something. I don't know what, and then we get close to each other, and part of the show.
Yeah. Do you think that he respects you?
Of course he does. Of course he respects me a lot, and I respect him too. And I show all the respect I have for him in all the trainings, the hard work I put in. I was the first man showing up in the gym and the last one to leave it. So this is where I show the respect I have for my opponent.
Is there any part of you that feels like he is in any way, shape, or form underestimating you? That he thinks that maybe you are not as tough as your... He hasn't said this, but I'm just wondering...
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not underestimating me. No, not at all. I see he's training really hard. He's taking this fight with a lot of responsibility, but nothing is going to help him February 17th.
Do you think that loss to Islam changed him as a fighter?
I don't know, because I don't know how it feels when someone lose, because I never lost in my life in a professional career, I mean. So I don't know how he feels, but even if he wouldn't fight with Islam, the result will be the same. So, and we were supposed to fight in January. I don't know if you know that in Canada. So he has the belt one more month. So,
were you disappointed when it got pushed back a month?
No, not at all. I understand that he needed more time to recover. Not at all. To be honest, I don't know what his thought process is, what he thinks, how he feels. I don't know. I think he takes the right decisions, and he knows himself. His team knows him, and if he steps in, it's because he feels ready.
Speaking of which, when you heard that he was taking that fight on 10 days notice, what did you think?
I was a little bit surprised, because I don't know, in many cases, a little bit, I don't know, it was his toughest fight, right? His biggest challenge, and accept that challenge like with 2 weeks notice. It's a little bit anticipated, but everyone knows himself, I don't know. I wouldn't take that decision, because I need a whole training camp, and usually in that type of fights,
I'm sure.
But I don't know if he did it because of the money, why he did it. He said that he was through a depression or something like that he didn't feel well when he's not in training camp or something like that. I don't know. I don't care if I'm the first one, the second one, the third one. The thing is, I want to knock him out. I want to win, and I know that I'm going to win. That's the main thing.
obviously we're all confident. We all want to be confident, but you're a special kind of confident. I think even in your bio on social media, it already says that you're a champion. Can you explain why you are so confident and why you feel confident enough to put it out there, as opposed to just say it, think it? You actually are very, very open.
It's inevitable. I'm going to win this fight. It's my destiny. You know, it always was my destiny. I was born as a fighter. I was born as a UFC world champion. I know my level. I know myself, and I have the capacity of analyze all my opponents. I know that I'm better than anyone in my division. Even in the next weight class, I'm better than everyone. And it's just a matter of time that I'm going to prove all of them time and time again wrong.
You said even in the next weight class, but there's someone in the below weight class that is talking about you, and that you've mentioned as well, Sean O'Malley, 135, that if you win and he wins, he says that's the fight. Do you agree with this?
Listen, he has a lot to prove in his weight class. You know, he's fighting with number 6 guy in the ranking who whooped his ass in the past. I don't think he's going to beat Chito. I think Chito is going to beat O'Malley. But even if it does, he has a lot to prove, and he has a lot more to prove in his weight division.
Okay, so
he has Merab in his weight division.
Right.
A lot of money with who? With Patty.
You don't think
who gives a fuck about it? No, man, no. Look, I take every fight as a professional. I look to all my opponents as a professional, but with him, it's personal. If I see him in the supermarket, I just smash him right there.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to have a professional fight with him.
He's not even ranked. Did you watch his last fight?
Yes.
What was embarrassing? His last fight was embarrassing.
The Tony Ferguson fight.
Now, yeah.
Why do you think it was embarrassing?
The level he showed in that fight. That's embarrassing. Like he looked like a beginner. Okay,
so you're not considering him. Who do you think?
No.
Do you think if you beat Alex, if all goes according to how when you beat him, as you would say, it would be immediate rematch, or do you think you would fight someone else?
The way I'm gonna beat him, they don't even gonna ask me about the rematch.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who do you think it would be?
Conor McGregor.
Really?
That's once? Yeah, he has a great fight. His upcoming fight is with Mike Chandler. If he doesn't get his ass whooped, he will be pleasure to share the octagon with me, and maybe in UFC Spain. We both from Europe, and he will be able to bring back home and tell to his wife, baby, take out the red panties. Topuria keep us rich.
What weight would this be at?
Who cares?
Who cares? All right. Were you surprised, Max Holloway, except because I thought if you beat Alex, then Max would obviously be a huge fight for you as number one contender, but he's fighting in April. Were you surprised that he took that?
How? I'm going to beat a guy who whooped his ass 3 times.
Okay.
How? It doesn't make any sense. Max, Yair, or Brian Ortega, all of them, they can go and retire. I'm never going to give them the chance to fight for the title.
Wow.
Never.
So who would fight for the belt at 45? If not, those are the top guys. Who would be worthy?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. The UFC knows that even better than me, and I don't think they're going to even offer me Max or all the names I told you before. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just completely focused on my upcoming fight, and we'll see what the future is holding for me. So after this fight, after me smashing Alex, I'm demonified. You will see. Everyone's going to start calling me out because I will be the one. I will be demonified.
Okay.
I'm not going to need anyone, any name, any weight division, anyone. I will be demonified.
Were there any serious discussions about an event in Spain?
Yeah, of course, it's going to happen in 2024.
Oh, wow. This year. When do you think?
Where, I think, you're asking?
When and where?
When, I don't know, at the end of the year, maybe, and where, and I hope it's going to happen in Madrid, in the Santiago Bernabeu stadium.
You thinking that Real Madrid stadium? You think so?
Yeah, because the stadium is ready to make events there. You can close the roof. You can, like, save the...
Oh, wow.
This shit, ¿cómo es hierba? Grass. The grass.
Yeah. It's all like electronic now. They renovated it.
Exactly. They made it especially for an event.
Wow.
So it would be like one of the biggest ticket sales in the UFC history.
Yes. All goes well for you on the 17th. Your first defense will be in Spain?
Yeah, maybe my first defense or me fighting with Conor in Spain.
That would be something.
To be honest, in the fight business, no, because I work so hard that I don't feel nervous.
Nothing.
I feel in peace and calm with myself because, anything can happen in February 17, but I'm not going to feel any regrets after the fight because I did everything I had in my hands. So I feel in peace and calm and highly blessed by God to have the opportunity to fight for the UFC belt. And
even in the locker room, you don't think you'll feel, because it's such a big deal for you, it's a dream to fight for the belt. Do you think you'll feel a little bit more anxious?
In the locker room, everyone feels a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
That's inevitable. But I know how to deal with myself.
Right.
I know the conversation I have to give to myself to keep calm.
Will you bring the rose?
Of course, the 15 rose.
You're going to bring it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Leave it right there inside the octagon for Alexander.
And is the official prediction first round? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
First round knockout.
It's going to be first round knockout.
Wow.
You will see. He's saying a lot of bullshit. There's levels. I have this and I have that. Yes, you're right. There are levels. Then there is me.
You watch.
I'm gonna show where the levels are. I'm gonna dominate him everywhere. I'm gonna make him look like a punching bag. You will see.
Jeez.
I will be dancing February 17th. He's one of the best. You have to give his credits, right?
Sure.
He was a great champion. He was a pound for pound number one. He was one of the greatest, without any doubt, one of the greats in the featherweight division, and he will be always remembered like that, like one of the greatest in this division. And I'm happy to be the man who is going to give him a bad news on February 17th.
His time has come.
He's old. It's time to move on. It's time for the new generation. He's old. He already lost. He have all the signals that he has to retire. He had his moments in this sport, and now it's time to move on. It's time for the new blood.
Do you remember?
And I represent the new generation. I represent the evolution of mixed martial arts.
Mm-hmm.